Hi guys, Dave Pinson here, Philippine Bible Ministry. I'm working on a sermon for next Sunday. It's going to be about how love perfects us. It is kind of funny how this worked out because it started off. It started off as I wanted to do something about holiness, about walking in God, and about perfection. You know what does it really mean? It really means to be complete. And as I was looking into it, I kept getting into this thing about how love perfects us, and then realizing it was February, and the church that I preach in is a traditional church, so they have thematic. Every month they have a theme, and February, at Valentine's Day, and so even though they're not Catholic, they don't have Saint Valentine, but they still have, February is a month of love, and you can't go wrong with love because God is love, right? So I got on this thing about how love perfects us, and as I was praying this morning, or as I was chewing on it, as I was reading the scripture, I forgot one of the verses I was reading about the glory. Oh, it was about Stephen, the first martyr of the church, and as he's dying, he looks up and he sees. It says he sees Jesus, and he sees him at the right hand of the glory, and he says it basically says he sees the Father, but he calls it the glory of God. And I was realizing when it says we see what we don't see perfectly, but from glory to glory we're transformed into His image. And I realized that the glory of God is love. And I realized that we're transformed into His image because I'm always telling this. This is a thing that's come up this year in January 2025. This is a thing that's come up in my heart that I've been telling everyone in the Bible studies that I've been like really strong about it. Right. Love is the greatest. This is the greatest commandment of God, right? God is love, right? Love perfects us, right? So I've been telling them, how do you know if you're a Christian? How do you know if you're really a disciple of Christ? Because I'm always talking about we're here to make disciples. We're not here to start a church. We're not here to follow traditions. And I don't follow. I don't like traditions, and I don't. There's a lot of things I don't. I do like the fact that the traditional church supports Christianity, 95% of it, right? Whatever. But I don't like the way that they follow traditions and some of the things they teach I don't like. But that's neither here nor there, right? So what I'm trying to say is God perfects us by love, right? And you only know if you're an authentic Christian if you have love for other people. That's it. So when you're praying, is it all about me and my family and myself? And I'm not saying those are bad things. Of course not. That's a natural, normal thing. We love our family. What did Jesus say? Jesus made it pretty clear. Unless you hate your family, unless you hate your mom and you hate your people, then you're not. You can't follow me. What did he mean by that? He didn't mean that you actually hate them. What he meant was you love me so much that that's what it's like, right? And then this morning I was reading Francois Fenelon, and he says the love of God is what pushes us to only see Him, right? So the love of God perfects us, guys, because it's all about caring for other people. And if you're praying for other people, let me close with this real quick, because I think it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple idea. I think you all got it, right? Love perfects us, and love is the glory of God, is what I'm trying to say. Love is the glory of God. The glory of God is Jesus died for us. That's the glory of God, right? That is the glory of God. And when it says we're here to glorify God, that really means we're here to be sacrificial, loving of others. When we sacrificially love others, when we give our lives for others, then we're glorifying God. So that's all I'm trying to say, right? So hang on a sec. I had a little brain. All right, it's another point, but I'll close with this. So Jesus said, "They will know that you're mine by your love for one another." So I'll close with that. How will they know that you're a Christian? Because you're going to care about other people more than you're going to care about yourself. That's as simple as that, and that's hard to understand. But Jesus said, "Unless you deny yourself," that's what that's about. And love makes you humble. That's what Fenelon said. Okay, here we go. Now I remember. Fenelon said, and this makes you humble. When you look at God and you realize how wonderful He is, it makes you humble and contrite because you realize how wonderful you are not. So it's other centered because at the end of the day, most of our self-loathing and pain and everything comes from us thinking about ourselves too much, right? This is why I'm not as much of a national American as I used to be. I'm an American, and I'm so happy with a lot of things that are happening in America today, January 2025. And some of you are not. That's fine. But I don't agree with somebody said because we're the greatest and we're the best and we have to be the. No, I don't agree with that at all because Jesus said we have to love others. So that's a terrible idea. It's okay to help people and be the best so you can help people, but that's the purpose. The purpose of it is to love other people. Simple. That's it. So the purpose of life, the purpose to glorify God, is to give for others. He told the rich young ruler, give everything you have and give it to the poor. In the first church, in the first century, in the book of Acts, it says, and they gave what they had and they gave it to the poor. They gave it to the church. They helped people. Why do you think they were feeding them every day? It wasn't just on Sundays. Stephen and all those people, they were helping out. They were feeding older people and people that weren't, widows. They call it widows, but I'm sure it was other people that didn't have any way to feed themselves, right? Now, I don't think that means everybody has to sell everything they have. Now, I don't think that, but as needed, right? But if you don't have if your heart would be like 100% against that, that's why Jesus told the rich young ruler that. Not because he needed to sell everything. It was some kind of legalistic thing you have to do to be saved. But because he wanted to see if he loved other people. He wanted to see if he could let himself go and just give it all, right? At the end of the day, he might have got more back. That's what I believe because it says, Jesus said, I'll close with this. Jesus said, if you give up everything, if you give up your family and your friends to follow me, then I will give you more. In this life, I will give you more. I will multiply your family. I will multiply your homes. I will multiply you, right? Abundance of heart, I believe, not necessarily things. But he says, I will multiply you. That's what's happening to us in the Philippines. We're getting closer. We are falling in love with these people, and they're becoming like really close family. And they feel the same way. And so it's God's love. And so every day I just pray, Lord, to help me to love these people. That's our prayer every morning when I pray with my wife, every morning. Help me to love these other people, Lord, that aren't me. And help me to love them and care for them and, give my life for them. That's what I'm here for, guys. How about you? God bless you guys. That's all for now.